Okay, I've set up a situation now so you can see how the Harris will scan through frequencies. What I've done is I've programmed China into, let's see, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, into 6 different memory slots, and I've told the radio to scan between these stations once every second. So every second it's going to scan, and you can see that it's cycling through the frequencies I've programmed in. And I've said if the station is at a certain threshold, then stop and hold on that station until the threshold drops below that signal level, and then it'll continue scanning. So if you listen to it, you can see what it's doing. So this is flashing because it's found that this signal is higher than the threshold I've set. And then when this light stops flashing, it says, okay, I'm going to move on to the next one because the signal level has dropped. And of course I can set this threshold for whatever I want, and all these stations are fairly strong. Some are a little stronger than others, and I've tried to set the threshold so it's just going to catch every once in a while on one of these, and then during a fade it's going to move on, it's going to start scanning again. Let me set the threshold a little bit, let me set the scan rate a little bit slower here. Let's make it 2 seconds. We'll make it 4 seconds. So now it's going to hold on every signal for 4 seconds, and it's going to sample it, and if it's below its threshold that I've set, it's going to move on to the next frequency. So that signal is pretty good. It's just about at the threshold it likes to see. Now it's going to move on. There it goes. Now of course I can stop the scan anytime I want just by hitting the scan button. And if I want to manually advance through any station I've programmed, I just hit this button again, and I have advanced to the next station. And I can advance manually this way. Now if I want to tune through these using the knob, I just hit the tune button, and now as I turn this knob, you'll see that I'm switching the memory channels this way. So that's a good one. I can just stay on that one. And I can resume the scanning anytime I want. So now it's scanning again. Now I can set this thing, and watch this, I can set this, you can set the dwell. Here's 5, 7, there's 10 seconds dwell. There's an external dwell, which means that that the set can be triggered to resume scan externally through programming. And then I also can set this thing, let's move down really fast here, I can set this down to like 1/10 of a second. Ready, you see this, it'll just go nuts. And look at this here. Now it likes that station, but it's going to, see, as soon as it drops below the signal level, it's just flying through those. Every 1/10 of a second it's going to scan every station in the range that you've told it to scan. So that's kind of an extreme example, but it shows you how well that scan feature works.